Hellboy, the Crooked Man team. And we're going to go around and tell me what brings you to Comic-Con 2024.
I'm Jack Kessie, and I play Hellboy.
I'm Adeline Rudolph, and I play Bobby Joe Song.
I'm Jefferson White, and I play Tom Farrell.
I'm Mike Mignola. I created Hellboy.
Sure did. Brian Taylor, director.
All right. Hellboy is a huge entity in and of itself. What does it mean for you for coming into it? And then when we get to the back, what does it mean to you to have it continuing on? So we'll start with you. What does it mean for you to be Hellboy?
What it means? Wow, it's loaded. I mean, it's an actor's dream, you know, just to act, but to take on Hellboy, it's a dream come true. It came out of left field. I was honored, flattered, excited. The journey was incredible. Looking back, I miss being there. I'd love to do it again. It was painful, miserable, exciting. It was everything, you know? Yeah.
I feel the same way. I mean, especially since our movie is based on the Crooked Man specifically. I was so excited to have a character like Bobby Joe Song be on the page and to be able to portray her. I was very grateful and very excited to do that.
Yeah, what a pleasure. I mean, this team particularly, I think it was so, I was so excited to step into it because I love Hellboy. I also love Brian's work, the cast. It's really just a dream team kind of project. So what a miracle.
And I was thrilled to do a movie that I had a lot more of a hand in, and that it was very much based on one of my stories, more than the other Hellboy thing. It was very clearly based on one of my story, and it was my favorite story, and all my favorite scenes are in the film. So a lot of stuff I never thought I'd see. So it was fantastic for me. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was, the exciting thing coming into it was, this is not a reboot. It's not referential in any way to the other movies. This is going straight to the source material. So you have an opportunity to truly adapt something from the page. And that was exciting. Because the pages are cool.
And then going off that, for the actors, what was one of the coolest or most interesting parts for you to adapt? Like, did you get to see the source material and get to compare? Or what was the most interesting thing for you while you were filming this?
I think there was this one part in the Crooked Man in the comics where I don't know how much I'm supposed to spoil or not, but I guess I'm not going to say what the scene is, but we are going to see the scene tomorrow. But there's a specific part that's really gruesome and gross and horrific, and being on set, seeing that on the page and then being on set, getting to watch that scene come to life was probably one of my favorite days.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to sound redundant, right, and obvious, but you don't get to play Hellboy every day, so the whole thing's really exciting. I mean, it's not a everyday character you walk into, not to mention to lead with, right? So every day was a surprise.
Yeah, I feel like the character and the film has these really cool contrasts. There's this really quiet, intimate human stuff. There's like really beautiful, sort of simple human moments. And then there's also these incredible gonzo action sequences. I think Brian is a really unique action director. So there were days on set that were just there's so much going on. It's like 360 degrees in this amazing church set particularly. There's this big action set piece in a church. Zombies kind of pouring in from every direction. Really, really fun days.
And then kind of continuing that I was saying first on the actors and then the behind the scenes too. If you know what that source material is, what was the most rewarding for you to see come to life with physical beings and a physical set?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, but this
Well, the finished product, like what you get to
this is
see.
the first time I ever got to watch dailies. So I
Okay.
saw day in, day out. I think I was one day behind what they were shooting, and it was fantastic. I mean, it was so nice. Again, it's my favorite story. It's spooky. It's creepy. It's, like I said, it's got some of my favorite scenes in it, and to see them, because you never know. You know what's in the script because you co-wrote the script, but you never quite think you're going to see it on camera. You know, and we're so lucky with the cast. I mean, some of these guys look like they stepped right out of the comic. And I mean, physically, I mean, it was so close to the original material that I just never thought I'd see that. So that was nice.
Yeah, a lot of times in stuff like this, I feel like we've talked about this. There's a lot of sort of pressure from maybe a studio we have to change it. You know, like it works in the comic book, but that doesn't work in movies. So we have to make concessions. To
Which
the fact that it's
sometimes
a
is
movie.
true.
Which sometimes is true, but sometimes it's like we just make these changes because we feel like we're supposed to. So a lot of what I was trying to do from the beginning, remember, was I want all that stuff from the comic book.
Right.
And maybe, you don't need that scene for the movie, but you need that scene for the movie because it's part of why we love that book. And I want them all in.
We changed some things from the comic that he changed back to the comic. Because again, we're dealing directly with the studio and what they're saying or what we think they're going to say. So you kind of try to please them up front, and then thank God you have a director who says, "Nah, I'm going to do it right."
Don't please them.
Yeah.
And then it's been a minute since we've had Hellboy. What does it mean to you to be here at Comic-Con and bringing Hellboy back? And we'll go back around yet.
I mean, it's exciting. You hope everyone enjoys it as much as you do. I think we have a rendition here that's more adult. I mentioned this earlier. It's a little grimier. It's dirtier. It's rated R. So to bring this version of Hellboy to the fans and to anyone who's really anticipating the film, and to be a part of it and to see the craze and the love for him, it's like I said, it's an honor.
Kind of in the same boat, just really grateful. This is my first Comic-Con ever. I'm really grateful that I'm here for specifically this project. I think we're all just had a great time filming it, shooting it, being here, and having Mike here, of course, is we're very grateful. And yeah.
And to be a new character in the cast.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. I hope people like her.
It's such a cool fandom. It's such a the people who love Hellboy really love Hellboy. There's such a world that people are really, really committed to. They have a very personal relationship to it. I've talked to a number of people who, you discover it at a young age and you feel like you have a very personal sort of sense of discovery with it, of uncovering this world. So participating in that is an honor and a joy because it is a really tight-knit community.
I mean, it is strange that Hellboy's been around for 30 years. So there are people who really have grown up with this. To me, it's that new thing that I hope works out. But other people, you go, "Oh yeah, you weren't born when I started this. Some of the cast wasn't born when I started this. Most of the cast wasn't born when I started this. I don't know. Could be.
I don't know about you guys. I'm 23.
Yeah, yeah. So it's. I mean, the fact that I still have this kind of audience, because some of these things come out, they blow up, they're exciting, and then they're gone. But the fact that this thing has stayed alive for this long, is very. It's nice.
I was going to say, any final thoughts on the end of being here and bringing Hellboy back and being at Comic-Con?
I mean, it's well, I approach it with a lot of humility because I mean, this is like I look at Mike as sort of like a legend because if you imagine to create a comic book universe and a character that's part of the Zeitgeist, it's a household name that everybody knows Hellboy. He's not affiliated with Marvel. He's not affiliated with DC. It's truly independent. It comes from the brain of one person. That is incredibly rare, if not singular in this
And slightly frightening.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird too. And so you just you want to honor that and do it justice, and there's and not sort of not take that for granted. So and I think all of us kind of felt the same way. We want it to be Hellboy's Hellboy.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, and welcome to Comic-Con. I'm so excited it's your first Comic-Con, and hope you have a great rest of the convention.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.